Betr and Prizepicks going to be giving you guys a play for each app today. Going to be giving you guys a 5-pick for Betr. If you have not checked them out, would highly recommend you check them out, guys. It is a new player props app with no pushes. So as you can see on the Prizepicks board behind me, we have Kawhi Leonard at the 7.0 rebounds. That's a push. Prizepicks is bumping that prop, making it an even line, taking the value out. There are bumps on Betr, but there are no pushes. It is my new favorite platform. And Prizepicks is taking forever to update the fantasy scoreboard today for you guys. So I can't release a 6-pick flex for all fantasy score, most likely. I decided I'm just going to roll the recording, do it raw, give it to you guys exactly what my process is, and just give you 2 slips. We'll talk about why they're good plays on Betr. If you haven't signed up, use the promo code KJKDFS to receive your instant match up to $500. They're going to match up to $500, guys. We'll be comparing lines on them and the Prizepicks, why we're getting better value there. And then we'll give you some Prizepicks picks as well. If you're listening, you're enjoying the content, and you like it, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. And if you want access to every single one of my picks as soon as I place them, the KJK DFS VIP member package is going to be where it's at, guys. This video is going to break down a lot of the concepts and the same stuff that I go over there, right? I got optimizers this screen, starting lineups this screen, injury news. We're just going to go through it all, and if you're listening, you agree with my concepts, you're like, this guy knows what he's talking about, I want access to all of his picks, that's going to be linked below in the description. It's on Patreon. If you don't want to pay, I'm going to keep giving you free content. Like, people seem to have an issue with that. All this is, guys, is I'm doing all the work for you. You just got to log into my Discord, copy my picks, right? Lock in the tickets. Some people want to get into the process. Some people want to do it themselves. Some people just have work going on, too much stuff going on in the day. They need a trusted source that they can tail. I'm your guy for that if you're listening and you're enjoying. So that's another option. Let's get into it. Going to be giving you guys 2 picks. And like I said, I don't even have like a plan right now, guys, for like the exact picks. These are all obviously picks that I'm playing myself. And but my point is I don't have like a pre-planned ticket or anything. But we're going to go through it right now. We'll have both boards up. We'll discuss exactly why I like these, and I kind of already know where the bumps are, what's going on throughout the industry today, so it'll be pretty easy to kind of like go along here and give you 2 tickets. So first, let's do Betr. I got some optimizers pulled up, some lines. I kind of know, like I said, once again, some plays that have gotten bumps that we can line compare on Prizepicks, and we can put together a solid 5-pick on Betr. Guys, we want to be playing 5-pick entries. Why do we want to be doing that? Because we're getting the best implied odds, okay? So this is my Discord, and I break down the optimal types for each app. Betr, we're getting 122 implied odds on each leg as compared to 129, 129, 131. You can see it's like by far the best entry type. So that's why we're locking in a 5-pick here. And like I said, we should be able to get some plays in on Betr. Here's one that I know have been bumped on Prizepicks. So Terry Rozier points is going to be my very first one. This is what I'm doing all day, guys. Terry Rozier, Miami Heat. I got to pull up my screencasts. Terry Rozier, boom, 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 boom. This is set at 14.5. So this is what I mean by there's no pushes on Betr, right? You can see Terry Rozier is at 14.5. We pull up the Prizepicks board. They've already bumped him, right? So this is a perfect example of taking advantage of all apps. Terry Rozier is at 15.0 even. We're not going to play Terry Rozier on Prizepicks because they've taken away the value, right? What they're doing is they're saying Terry Rozier is most likely going to score 15 points or more. So rather than letting too many people beat us, we're going to bump them up to 15 even, take away that value. Betr, there are no pushes, okay? There's bumps, but there's no pushes. So there's number 1 for you that I know right off the bat we're getting on Betr that we can't get on Prizepicks, okay? I believe on that same team, let's see if Josh Giddey, another pick that I like here, Josh Giddey has gotten bumped on Prizepicks. I don't believe he's gotten bumped on Prizepicks yet, but I know he's gotten bumped on Underdog Fantasy. So we can use all this data, right? Josh Giddey, 11.5. He has not gotten bumped yet, so there's a free play for you. Actually, we'll run him in the Prizepicks while we're at it, so we can do 2 things at once here. And on Underdog, we can see Josh Giddey's been bumped over here. I know, because I was already running all my data earlier. See, he's at 12.0. So Underdog, once again, Underdog and Prizepicks are like 2 of the sharpest apps, the 2 sharpest apps in the industry because they have the most props and they have the most advanced algorithms. So it's something that I'm always looking at. Like if I'm getting a line somewhere else, I want to see if it's getting bumped elsewhere. Josh Giddey, really good play. We're getting good value on the prop. I'll go ahead and pull up OddsJam here, by the way, guys. They just hooked me up with a promo code. If you're interested in OddsJam and these tools that I'm going to discuss, you can get your first month 30% off, 35% off, I should say, with the code KJKDFS. But we're just going to pull up the sportsbook screen here, and we'll be looking at Josh Giddey as to exactly why he's a good play, right? So let me take my mobile off the screen, guys. Like I said, there's so many things going on throughout the day for me. I want to start doing some live streams for you guys, but there's so much on the back end of like all the stuff I'm pulling up, the phone and all that. I got to work on it. I'm probably going to try to do a live stream tomorrow. But Josh Giddey, 11.5 points. You can see on average, minus 125 juice on the over. We're getting at a minus 119 implied odds on Prizepicks. On Betr, we're getting that 122 that we discussed. He's minus 151 on Pinnacle, which is the sharpest sports book in the world. So why is this a good play? He's minus 151 on Pinnacle, sharpest sports book. He's bumped on Underdog. We have more market data to go off. We want to beat the bump. Take him at 11.5. Hopefully before these other props apps bump him, right? This all makes sense. So he'll be our second pick. And once again, you can run this on both. So that opens up our first leg of the 6th man, I suppose, live on the video. And we will be running him on Betr too, right? So we'll lock him in. Once again, he has been bumped on Underdog, hasn't been bumped on Prizepicks yet, but we can use this market data to tell us, obviously, Josh Giddey is most likely going to go over 11.5 points. He's favored, and we don't want to be playing bumps. We want to be getting the best possible value that we can get, right? So Terry Rozier, Josh Giddey will be our first 2 picks. On Betr, another play that I really like on Betr is going to be Franz Wagner's over 3.5 assists. Now, this is another heavily favored line on Pinnacle. It is not being offered on either Prizepicks or Underdog, I believe, last that I checked. He is on the Orlando Magic. Franz Wagner, 3.5 assists. That'll be our third leg. Now, why is this a good play? Once again, we're looking at market data, right, guys? We're seeing that he's favored. Another thing that I like to check, honestly, is if the prop isn't even available on Prizepicks or Underdog, like you can see here, right? Prizepicks only has his assist available as a Demon and Goblin, the Demon entry. So this is the one where it's like it's very difficult for him to surpass, but they don't have him available at his standard line. This is another little neat trick for you guys if you're listening and learning. He's at 5.5 assists on the Demon. They don't even have his standard assist line available. We go over to Underdog Fantasy. They don't even have his assist line posted. Once again, there's a trend in this video, right? We're using these two. They're 2 of the sharpest in the industry. There's a reason they don't have that posted, guys. They don't have his assist prop posted because there's such good value in it, right? But we can lock it in over on Betr. So once again, I'll pull up the OddsJam Sportsbook screen just to kind of show you guys that we're getting some really good value on Betr that we can't get on these other apps, right? On average, I have Josh Giddey's name typed in. Let's look up Wagner. Franz Wagner. So you can see minus 153 on Pinnacle. Once again, right, guys? Sharpest sports book. And we're getting minus 122 implied odds on Betr. So we would have to risk $153 to win $100 if we were to place this on Pinnacle. Pinnacle is the sharpest sports book because they accept actual winning sports bettors to make it short. There's a lot more that goes into that, but you get the point, guys. Really good value on the over on the sharpest sports book. It's not even available on Prizepicks, and it's not available on Underdog Fantasy. Another nice little cheat code for you guys in the process of being able to tell, you know, this is a good play. You can't even get it on the other 2. And it's because, obviously, there's a lot more that goes into this, right? Once again, guys, I'm trying to explain to you all that goes in my process. There's a lot. It's a lot to get in a video. But like I said, I'm just trying to, like, teach and make this kind of straight to the point today as to why we like these plays. Fourth play, I believe we're going to be going with Anthony Simmons 3-pointers. Last time I checked, another good example of the Demons and the Goblins on Prizepicks being available, but his standard line not being available. And yes, that's still the case here. So I'll take away my phone. You can see Anthony Simmons 3-point prop is set at 3.5 with some major juice on the under on Pinnacle. He's minus 151 on Pinnacle. Is Anthony Simmons, Anthony, and they don't even have his standard 3-point prop here. Last time that I checked, I believe that it's still available on Underdog. Live. Okay, this is a perfect example, guys, if you're really listening. See the 3.5 3-pointers made, how it's dimmed now? That means Underdog is literally saying there's too much value in the prop and they're taking it off the board. If I refresh my browser right now, this is a perfect example of something I'm doing all day long, right? You refresh my browser, and you can see Anthony Simmons isn't even available. Once again, the 3-point prop. It got taken down. This is another great indicator to me, like my process is on point when I'm on another app. It's such a good prop that Underdog and Prizepicks have both said, like, we're not putting this on the board. We're not letting you guys even get action on this, okay? Betr, however, they are letting us, right? So, I mean, let's take advantage. The under is the play at 3.5. And after this, guys, we'll speed things out the rest of this video because I don't want to, take forever, but I do truly want to help you guys, like, understand how to make money on these apps. And like I said, I'd like to do more live streams, some live picks, things that I'm doing right now. It's just there's so much that goes into this. Like doing this recording, there's 1,000 things of technology. So you can see Pinnacle, minus 151 on the under 3.5 3-pointers here. We're getting minus 122 implied odds on a 5-pick on Betr. Minus 127.2 average odds across all of the books. And the best possible place that we can get this in is at Boom Fantasy, which has 119 implied odds in their optimal slips, same as Prizepicks, but you can see it's not even available on Prizepicks anymore. And I'm telling you, that's because Prizepicks has gone ahead and said, this is too good of a prop. We don't even want it on the board. Betr, we can still get it. So let's take advantage on Betr. Let's lock it in. And let's get some really good value on the prop, okay? You follow me? So pick number 4 is going to be Anthony Simmons under 3.5 3-pointers. And then, like I said, we'll speed things up along the rest of the way, guys, because I do want to get this video out as soon as I can, but I also want it to be a video where I'm actually explaining what's going into this process every single day on my end, okay? Anthony Simmons, 3.5 under. So now we have 4 picks that I don't believe it's showing you. Is it showing you? Yeah, it is. Okay. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 picks. And the 5th one, see if we can find another good prop that's been bumped on Prizepicks. I've been avoiding Wendell Carter Jr.'s, another thing to mention, right? All this stuff that goes on my process. Wendell Carter Jr., there's some heavy favored juice on his under at 7.5 rebounds, which is a good play. He's already been bumped on Prizepicks. The reason that I'm not placing it, Rudy Gobert is questionable, and I got a feeling if Rudy Gobert gets ruled out, there's going to be a major change in Wendell Carter Jr.'s line. So this is all stuff that's going through my brain throughout the day, right? That I can't, like, I try to teach people, but realistically, like, this takes years and years to I do this every single day. So point being, Wendell Carter Jr. has been bumped down on Prizepicks. He's at 7.0 here. We can get him at 7.5 on Betr. There's currently good value on that. I'm going to be quick to pull the trigger on that should Rudy Gobert get ruled in, I believe, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, if he gets ruled in, I think that value holds on the under. If Rudy Gobert gets ruled out, I could see Carter's rebound swinging up. So that's all stuff that goes in my process, right? I got the injury report up every single day. I'm sending it in on my VIP and I'm tracking it. Making sure, if there's anybody out or if there's going to be lines affected, I'm on top of it, okay? Just another thing to know. This is all going in my process. So, yeah, point being, we want to avoid Wendell Carter Jr.'s under right now, in my opinion. And let's do one last leg on this Betr ticket, and let's lock it in. Okay, so we got the 1, 2, 3, 4 of Rozier, Giddey, Franz Wagner, and Anthony Simmons. Last leg, I want to do something else that we can't get on Prizepicks or Underdog ideally. Let's see if we have any more good value popping here. Steph Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry rebounds. As a matter of fact, I already locked that in earlier on Prizepicks, and it got removed. So, as did another prop of Clint Capella there, as you can see. But let's see. Stephen Curry was on Prizepicks earlier. Like you can see, this is my first tick that I placed today. His under 4.5 rebounds got removed from Prizepicks. It's not even available, okay? So you can't see him because I got my phone up, but that's Stephen Curry behind on the rebounds. And if we go over to Underdog, once again, guys, his rebounding prop isn't even available here, okay? So another good example of we want to find the best value that we can get on each app. Under 4.5 rebounds is the favored side of the coin here as far as his prop. Let's see, rebounds, player rebounds, Stephen Curry. Once again, guys, this is the Odds Jam Sportsbook screen. If you're watching and you're liking this tool, my code will get you 35% off. I'm using this every day and sending to my picks. So the VIP, you get all my picks. This is more manual if you're really doing your own research. Stephen Curry on average across the industry, across all sports books, I got over 170 pulled in here. Minus 132.8 odds on the under. It looks like Pinnacle doesn't have a current lineup on it. But if we kind of scan across here, right, it's minus 122 on the under on FanDuel, minus 141 on Bally, minus 150 on BetMGM, minus 139 on Caesars. All of these books are favoring Stephen Curry's under, okay? All the way up to minus 150 on Sports Interaction. So you get the point. One, all the books are favoring it. Two, you can't get it on either Prizepicks or Underdog. Theme of the video, right, guys? These two apps, this is why Betr is so valuable right now. Like, download Betr right now, using my promo code, get up to your match up to $500. And the reason it's so valuable is because you can get all these props that you can't get on Prizepicks, right? They don't even have Stephen Curry's rebounds available. Underdog doesn't even have Stephen Curry's rebounds available, okay? So this will be the last pick, and then we'll speed things up for the Prizepicks picks because I want to get this out, but I have to explain like why this is so valuable to have the Betr app, okay? I think if you're listening closely, you're understanding and you're following me, I would hope. So last pick of this Betr entry will be Stephen Curry's under 4.5 rebounds, okay? And we just kind of discussed it, why I like it. Because it's favored across the industry, and we can't get it on any other app, okay, guys? Literally, Betr is the only place that we can get this rebounding prop of the ones I'm talking about right now, Underdog and Prizepicks. You know, I'm sure there's another app out there you might be able to get it, but you follow me. So the last pick is going to be Stephen Curry, under 4.5 rebounds, and we have our Terry Rozier got removed as I'm recording this. So Terry Rozier no longer available. Did some news just pop off or something? Nah, they just probably bumped him. So we can't do Terry anymore. But let's do another one for you guys. Like I said, I'll try to make it quick here. And let's lock it in. So Stephen Curry under 4.5 rebounds, Anthony Simmons under 3.5 3-pointers made, Franz Wagner over 3.5 assists, Josh Giddey over 11.5 points, and we need one more. I'll just make it quick, guys. The next one we're going to be going with is, this will probably get taken off the board though by the time I get this out, is the problem. Like, this is good value, but you know what? For the sake of the video, I'm just going to lock this in, and if you need a replacement, you can leave a comment, and I'll try to give you guys a good replacement in the comments if you're listening. But my next pick is going to be Santi Aldama. Under 26.5 rebounds and assists. You can see on Prizepicks, it's already been bumped down to 26.0. We go over to Underdog, it's at 25.5. So we're getting really good value on the under at 26.5 on Betr, and it's the only place we can lock this in right now of these three apps we're discussing right now, okay? So Santi Aldama, under 26.5, and we have our 5-pick entry for the video today. And like I said, guys, I can't control these plays getting removed. Like, hopefully this is kind of educational as to how these are valuable. Once again, Josh Giddey's already been bumped on Underdog. Franz Wagner, over 3.5 assists. Both favored heavily on Pinnacle. Both aren't even Giddey got bumped on Underdog. Wagner's assist isn't even available on Prizepicks or Underdog. Anthony Simmons' 3-pointers got taken off the board on Prizepicks and Underdog. Stephen Curry rebounds isn't available on the board on Prizepicks underdog. And then Santi Aldama under 26.5 PRA is bumped all the way down to 25.5 on underdog and all the way, I'm sorry, and 26 even on Prizepicks. So I'm going to go ahead and place this right now. For some reason, my phone cast, whenever I try to place when it's connected, doesn't recognize my location. So I'm going to take it, unplug it, place this. So the most I can do, as you can see on the screen, still is 50 to 1,000. So that's my unit size on Betr. You could place all the way down to $1 on Betr, guys. So $50 is a lot for you. Like, don't do it just because I'm doing. Do what you would typically do. If you typically do like $5, $10, whatever you do, $50 for me on Betr is 1 unit. So yeah, Giddey over 11.5, Franz Wagner over 3.5 assists, Anthony Simmons under 3.5 3-pointers, Stephen Curry under 4.5 rebounds, and Santi Aldama under 26.5 PRA. I'm going to go ahead and lock this in for you guys. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, good. Place 50 to 1,000. And I'll pull it up on the screen for you guys, but for some reason it doesn't like my location services when I'm plugged into my computer here. So yeah, we're locked. Let's see if I can bring it right back up for you guys, hopefully. Please just work nice and easy for me. Perfect, okay. So, like I said, 50 is my unit, put whatever you typically do, but the 5 picks are gonna be Josh Giddey over 11.5 points, Franz Wagner over 3.5 assists, Anthony Simmons under 3.5 3-pointers made, Stephen Curry under 4.5 rebounds, and Santi Aldama under 26.5 points, rebounds, and assists, okay? So that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pick entry. There is no flex entry on Betr, but like I discussed, the best possible entry for you is going to be that 5 pick entry because you are getting the best implied odds per individual leg, -122, as compared to the odds are way worse on all the other entries on Betr. So be placing 5 picks on Betr, like I talk about 5 and 6 on Prizepicks. So there's our first ticket, right? And it looks like I got logged out on Betr. Don't want to be bringing that up on the screen. So let's just transition over to Prizepicks, and let's do it. So Josh Giddey will be our first one. Discussed him, like him. He's bumped over on underdog already. Let's see some more picks that I like here for you guys. For this 6th pick, we do have some more fantasy score props being posted live, and I don't know if these are even going to be available, guys. But like I said, I'll do some more live streams. Prizepicks took forever to. They still haven't updated all these fantasy score props prior to record. Like, they don't have nearly all the props posted. But like I said, I do research all day off the top of my dome. We're going to be able to make a solid 6-pick flex for here. So Giddey will be the first one for us on the entry. We got, and he'll probably get bumped, man. Like, I hate to say it, but these plays just get bumped like crazy. Santi Aldama, one prop that hasn't gotten bumped for him over on Prizepicks that has good value, is going to be his under 7.5 rebounds. Once again, guys, if these get bumped, I apologize. I'm going to try to do some live streams for you soon here so that you can actually get this in. Alperen Sengun's assists under 5.5 is a great play because favoring the under. We'll discuss that. Once again, these plays are all bumped on underdog. If we pull up underdog, we can see Sengun is at 5 even, so they've taken the value out of that prop. Aldama is also at 7.0 even, so they've taken the value out of this prop. Every single one of these picks is bumped on underdog. 12 even on Giddey, 5.0 on Sengun, 7.0 on Aldama. And since I'm doing this live, guys, once again, if any of these props get bumped, Giddey just got bumped. Yeah. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm doing all day. Okay, guys? I don't know, man. Let's see. We got... Well, I know one fantasy score that I like is going to be Devin Booker. I know I was having him projected over. He continues to be a guy that I think they have priced too low. 47 even. I've got him in the 50s here tonight. Paolo Banchero is another guy I have projected going over. I've got him in the 40s. Prizepicks has him at 37.5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. These guys I haven't even gotten a chance to research yet. before hitting the record button. Paul George's seems a little bit low at 32.5. I know I had him projected over earlier, not by a large margin, but Paul George, I mean, yeah, I mean, Detroit's a very easy opponent to rack up some points against. It is a 12-point spread, but I think he could be a great one to promote here on the channel just because, once again, we're kind of pushing on time. I don't know, man. There's not much edge in that. Trae Young, 46.5. I'm on his over PRA. Another guy that got bumped, though. I had him at 39.5 PRA, but really like this spot for him. He got bumped up to 40.5, which kind of brought the value on the under. I think this fantasy could be a good pivot for you guys, though. Let's just make sure. I mean, his ceiling is way higher. They've got all of his props bumped. I was able to get his assists in on Betr as well at 10.5 earlier. You can see on Prizepicks they've got him at 11.0. So I'm not going to go with him. We'll go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not going to go with his assists or PRA, I should say, because it got bumped. I think his fantasy score will be a great pivot because, I mean, he's kind of, once again, priced a little bit appropriately, but his ceiling's much higher. Phoenix giving up a ton of fantasy points to point guards, like over 40 a game. His ceiling's in the 50s, so I feel good about promoting this play for sure. And like I said, I think Paul George might be a decent option. I'm just trying to think, is there someone that was popping a little bit better for me earlier here? Banchero I like. We have some injury news pending for this Timberwolves team, so discussed. Not really wanting to go with any of those guys. Jaden Ivey actually is a guy I have going quite a bit over this. I know the Daily Grind Optimizer, another sponsor of the program, guys. This is a phenomenal tool. I use this every day. I've been pulling up the OddsJam to give you the exact odds on OddsJam, but I know that Daily Grind Fantasy, another optimizer that's just going to pull in all the top plays for you, right? Once again, you can use the promo code on this. KJKDFS to receive 25% off on this if you're interested in this tool. But point being, they had his under fantasy score here. See, they still like the under at 22.5. It was at like 23.5 when it first got posted, and my model actually has him going over. So what I like to do is I like to keep an eye on this optimizer because it has a lot of power in the industry. Like, a lot of people use this. So if it likes an under or an over, a lot of times it's going to get bumped. It's something I'm always looking at. Has a lot of really valuable data on it for you to find the best plays as well. Same as OddsJam, it's going to pull in these top props, right? And it's going to give you a percentage for it to hit. So their top prop for Ivy right now is the under on 16.5 points and assists. For me, I do like his over fantasy. They like his under. It's all valid data. I use this for other props, guys. So I would highly recommend you check this out. Once again, you can use my promo code to get a discount on this. It is a very valuable tool. And it also, like I said, it has a lot of impact on these lines. So if you have a little bit of a different process, you know, this is probably going to impact the market, and you can take advantage. So Ivy's a guy that got bumped down from his earlier line, and I do like his over here. But an example of a play that I'm promoting in this ticket that I like on the Daily Grind Optimizer is going to be Sengun, right? So this assist prop, that's the best prop that they have on the entire board right now. Projected to hit at a 53.91% hit rate. Favored the under on Pinnacle, FanDuel, DraftKings, BetMGM, Caesars, all these lines, right, are favoring Sengun's under. And once again, if we compare markets, we go over to Underdog. They've bumped him down, okay? So, yeah, guys, this video was just raw, not really planned. I got to do more live streams for you guys. It's just Prizepicks is taking forever to update the fantasy score. So I just said, F it, I'm gonna hit the record button and just do a raw recording today, and hopefully they appreciate it. If you give me some feedback on what you think about this, like I said, I want to do some live streams for you guys. It's just there's so much. I have to kind of get my setup set up appropriately for that. I got so much going on, my Discord, my VIP. Once again, everything that we're discussing, if you're listening and you're liking my process, you can get access to all my picks as soon as I place them. If you're listening and you don't agree with anything I'm saying and you think it's all BS and markets don't matter and it's about watching the games and knowing the players, live your own life. This isn't the channel for you. That's not, you know, like I said, I'm paying attention to injury news and stuff. There's a bunch of stuff that goes into it for sure. But I already have systems for that. So if you don't like my systems, you know, live your own life. But this is what I teach. This is what I preach. And this is what I'm doing every day. Okay. So another play I know I like is Bojan, actually. So I'm going to have some fantasy scores for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bojan, I did have him going over earlier. Has he gotten bumped at all from where I had him? 26.5. I got him getting like 30. So there you go. Another fantasy score. I mean, why not? And then the last play is going to be a little bit difficult. So the last play will make a bonus. Hopefully none of these get taken off the board, like I said. But the last play, we'll just do either one of those last props that hadn't got bumped yet, Sengun and Aldama. If one of these gets bumped or taken off the board, guys, you can just run a 5-pick flex. It's very difficult on my end, like I said, because these props apps are just so quick to bump things, right? So, well, the last 2 picks will be Alperen Sengun's under assists and Sandy Aldama's rebounds. And you know what? I'm going to throw those in instead of Bojan because I have more edge in these. And Bojan Bogdanovic assists will be another one for you guys, okay? So, recap, I'll lock it in live with you guys, okay? So I like to go game by game on my screen for you guys typically, and we can do that and recap the 6 picks. So pick number 1, we're going with the over Jaden Ivey fantasy score. I got him projected well over here tonight. They've got his line at 22.5. I've got him projected like at 28 or something. So, I mean, I don't get this line, but we're cool with it, right? Like a 5 projection off. I'll take that all day. So that'll be pick number 1. Pick number 2 is going to be Devin Booker fantasy score and Trae Young fantasy score in this game. I like both of them quite a bit. So we'll go on the away side with Booker. Where are you, Booker? And then we'll go Trae Young. So that's 1, 2, 3. Then we got the next game on the slate that I like a pick for is going to be Paolo Banchero. Hopefully Rudy Gobert gets rolled out for this pick because that would help Paolo in a pretty big way without that rim defense. That'd be fantastic. We don't know that yet, but I still got him projected over regardless. So Banchero, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then picks 5 and 6 are going to be the Sandy Aldama under rebounds and the Sengun under assists. Hopefully these plays don't get bumped. If they do, I gave you a couple free ones like the Bojan Bogdanovic over fantasy score and Paul George over fantasy score, but I don't like those as much as these picks, right? So that's why I would prefer for you guys to be able to lock these in before the bumps. I don't know if you're going to be able to by the time this video comes out, but hopefully this was valuable to you to kind of walk you through the process and kind of teach you what goes into my process, okay? So Aldama and Sengun. Both of these props, really good value on the under. The industry's trending towards them not hitting. The Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer has them both hitting at a pretty high rate here as well. Sengun, it's his top prop, like I mentioned. The under 5.5, it's at a 53.96 hit rate. And then if we type in Aldama, his top prop, once again, is going to be the under 7.5 rebounds. 53.58% of the time this is expected to hit. So let's take advantage, lock it in. Minus 153 on Pinnacle for Aldama. As far as Sengun, we're looking at minus 147 on Pinnacle. So both really good plays. So yeah, guys, recap here. I'm sure there's many that are just going to skip to this video anyway, so it won't affect them. But hopefully you listened and gained some value if you didn't skip through. Jaden Ivey over fantasy score, Devin Booker over fantasy score, Trae Young over fantasy score, Paolo Banchero over fantasy score, Aldama under 7.5, Alperen Sengun under 5.5. The most that Prizepicks is going to let me place anymore for me is $40 to win 1,000. They've limited my account to where I can only win 1,000 on these 6-mans, so that is my unit. I play $40 now. I'll lock it in. Boom, done, and we're locked. So, Jaden Ivey over 22.5 fantasy score, Devin Booker over 47 fantasy score, Trae Young over 46.5 fantasy score, Paolo Banchero over 37.5 fantasy score, Santi Aldama under 7.5 rebounds. Alperen Sengun under 5.5 assists. And the Betr Picks ticket that we went over, I'll pull that back up on the screen for a nice little quick recap, except I got logged out. So now I have to log back in and do all my info. Once again, this would be more appropriate for a live stream, but I'm just going to record it. Record the raw content for you guys here today. And if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. Trying to help you out here today for free. So, all right, so we're locked in here as well. Our ticket on Betr Picks is going to be as follows. Josh Giddey over 11.5 points. Franz Wagner over 3.5 assists. Anthony Simmons under 3.5 3-pointers mid. Stephen Curry under 4.5 rebounds. And Santi Aldama under 26.5. Hopefully none of these get bumped. If they did, let me know in the comment section, and I'll try my best to help you. But I got to pivot over to the VIP now, hour before tip-off, and lock in the best value that I can for the VIP. If you'd like to join, guys, it is a phenomenal slate to join. All this craziness that I'm just discussing throughout this video, I take care of myself. I send it in to the Discord immediately, and they're the first ones to be notified. So that is all for me in this one, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. Download Betr, use the promo code KJKDFS to receive an instant match up to $500, and download Prizepicks, use the promo code KJKDFS to receive an instant match up to $100. Best of luck on your Prizepicks NBA player props. Best of luck on your Betr NBA player props, and we will see you in the next one.